Hello, I'm FrLouScurti with Friends of the Word, and I'm here at Hobart Manor, William Paterson University, with the president of the university, Dr. Kathleen Waldron. Kathleen, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It is the Christmas season, so I don't know when you'll see this session, but this beautiful building is just always decorated and always precise. So you see some holiday touches, but it really just goes with the flow of the building. Okay, Kathleen, you're president of William Paterson University since
August 2010.
And that's when we first met.
That is when we first met, yes. Yeah.
Dr. Spirit said, we had lunch, right, because he had announced his retirement and all that. So he was leaving, and he says, have you met the new president? I says, no. I'll set it up. He set it up, and I was able to come meet you.
That's right.
And I'll never forget, you asked, do I have any suggestions for you? And I don't know if you remember what I said. I said, walk across campus.
Yes.
Because it used to take, if you want to go from Campus Ministry Center to the Student Center directly, 8 minutes. It always would take me at least an hour and a half because I would stop and talk and chat and introduce. So
that's right. I
do you do that?
do remember that because you gave me very good advice because I'm always rushing off to a meeting. But if I walk across campus, it's not a 4-minute walk.
No.
People are going to stop me. The students recognize me.
That's great.
They want to talk or say hello, the faculty. So I always give myself extra time to get across campus, just like you did.
Excellent. And I went to Seton Hall undergrad and grad too. I never met the president.
Oh.
Please. President, he was in a big building, like up in the sky someplace. But I think it's so familial to meet the president, to know who the president is. And of course, I guess they have access to you.
They do. And I really make a point to meet students because that's why we're here. That's what the university is all about.
Right.
So I make sure that I meet students at various events, when the Student Government Association meets, at athletic events, when the fraternities and sororities have their council, as well as just normal student events.
That's great.
I love when faculty invite me in to guest lecture in a class, and I do that on occasion.
Excellent.
It's always a good experience for me to hear from students and from students to hear from me.
Right.
So I like to think of myself as a student-focused president.
Beautiful. And that little segue, you get invited into the classes to talk on various issues. How did you come to William Paterson? Give me some of your background.
Oh, well, I had an unusual
Don't
path.
go too far back.
Not too far back, but I came here in August 2010 after
Yes.
a national search, and I was thrilled to be selected as the president. Prior to William Paterson, I was the president at Baruch College, the City University of New York. And before that, I was dean of the business school at Long Island University. But most of my adult career was spent in banking. And I was an international banker for Citibank, that's right, for 15 years. But originally had started out as an academic, and I have my doctorate in Latin American history.
Really?
I speak
Isn't that
Spanish,
Stop
and
it.
I've lived in Latin America for a number of years, and still travel back and forth, and am very focused on events in Latin America.
Right. Oh, that's interesting. Do you utilize that Latin American and Hispanic life here on campus?
Oh, yes. I am really proud of the fact that William Paterson University is now officially designated a Hispanic-serving institution by the Department of Education of the United States. We have 25% of our students who are recognized, self-recognized as of a Hispanic descent.
Excellent.
So we have a very good Latin American studies program.
Oh, right.
We celebrate Hispanic Month. We've had a very generous grant from the Tinker Foundation to bring noted Latin American experts and speakers to campus. So I think that my background has helped
Absolutely.
promote that a bit on campus.
And your business background must really help you.
Well, I think the business
Finances
background
especially.
is, between the financial and administrative and strategic planning background that I was fortunate to develop during my banking career, although it's not a complete match. There's a lot of management skills in making a university work today. And we have a $250 million budget, every year. There's over 1,000 employees at the university, 11,000 students on 400 acres, major decisions have to be made about investing in facilities. So you really have to rely on very talented people, but you have to have your own background in management and finance to be a successful president.
And I hope our audience is listening, because that was a great intro for your students who were interested in coming to William Paterson. What an overview. You got a great overview right there. Facilities you mentioned. Any new facilities coming up?
Well, in January 2016, we're going to have a ribbon cutting ceremony. I'd like to invite you.
Oh, please.
For our new 78,000 square foot new academic building called University Hall.
Isn't that great?
I want to thank all of the taxpayers of New Jersey for voting in November 2012
Excellent.
for the Building Our Future bonds, which allowed the state to provide funding to institutions of higher education to build new facilities.
Right,
something the state and we as citizens hadn't done since 1988. So with that gift from the state, we have built this building, and it will house our nursing, public health, and communication disorders programs, as well as being a general all-purpose classroom building for students.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we're very excited
and
about
the size, I know the campus somewhat. Where is it located? Where will it be located?
It's located right next to Robbinger Hall, between Whiteman Gym and in front of Hunzinger Wing.
Okay, great. Oh, my Lord. I mean, walking across the campus, so many times you look around, all the new facilities going up, it's
Yes.
overwhelming. And since you're here, have any new buildings opened up?
Our science building opened up a month before I got here,
Right.
and I'm grateful to former President Arnie Speart for his vision and leadership in getting that building built. We finally built a parking garage that we desperately needed.
And what's key about your parking garage, your parking area, as far as the solar panels?
Oh, and you're right. We have the largest installation of solar panels at any university in the Northeast.
That's fantastic.
And that generates about 25% of our energy needs every year. So we've saved a lot of money on energy
Yes.
over the last few years, and we're really proud of our commitment to sustainability and the environment.
That's important, because that's the future. That
is.
goes into the future. The parking garage, multi-level?
Multi-level, 1,000 spaces.
Oh.
We were really short, and students
Yeah, I
have
know.
been complaining about parking for decades. So now I must say I don't get any complaints about parking.
Great. I can remember driving. I mean, once in a while I would drive on, I don't know why I would drive, but I would drive on campus and go around.
Yes, it was part of the ethos of William Paterson University. But
it's the past.
Students need convenience because they're working part-time jobs, they're commuting to school, they come from afar, and they need to get into their classes, focus on their work, and then sometimes get out and go on to their part-time jobs. So parking really was an issue, and our goal is to make sure that students have a good experience here, whether it's in the classroom or outside of the classroom, in co-curricular activity, career development activity, or just something as simple as good food and parking.
Right.
We want that experience to be
Right.
nourishing, enriching, and easy for the students.
And I was always impressed with the clientele of the students. Very reflective of my own background. I come from Jersey City. I worked through college and so on, and we weren't wealthy people, but we all went to school, and that's what I see here with the students
Yes.
that come in, and it's so. These kids don't come with silver spoons in their mouths.
No,
But
that's right.
beautiful students. I mean, wonderful, idealistic, and so often, especially in the freshman year.
And hopefully right on through.
Oh, yes, exactly.
But these students are ethnically diverse,
Yes.
as I said, religiously diverse. Most of them have jobs. A lot of them have financial aid and have to work part-time to put themselves through school. That was my experience when I was a student, so I really relate to the effort these students are making to get an education.
Yeah, it's important. It really is. Any outstanding programs that we could publicize?
Well, William Paterson has some great programs, and
I just thought I'd throw that in there.
thank you very much for asking. We have an excellent program in biology and so many in hard sciences. And one of the aspects of our science program is that students get an opportunity to do research with faculty, and before they graduate, they are presenting at professional meetings. So one of the secrets about William Paterson University is how many of our science students go on to pursue PhDs in technology and science on fully funded scholarships after they graduate from William Paterson University.
fantastic.
And they're able to do that because they've already done graduate type work by the time they're seniors in
Yes.
college, in university.
That's
So that makes a
fantastic.
real difference.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's such an important experience for them to get their hands on it and really take it into the future.
And then we also have very strong nursing program, an excellent jazz program, which is world-renowned.
Oh.
Our business programs
Dr.
are
Dempsey's
great.
been a guest, so
Oh.
yes, we'll talk. Keep
Yes.
going. But
So our
but
students performed at Lincoln Center,
Yeah.
jazz. I went and heard them. It was great.
absolutely, I love the music. I mean, I love all the students, but the music department it really is outstanding.
It's wonderful.
I mean,
Yeah.
to my heart. But there are obviously the other departments are really, really important for the
Right.
future of our country.
And, so many students want to study business today, and
Yes.
our Katsakos College of Business, I think, offers some really good programs, aside from the regular accounting, management, finance that all business schools offer.
Right.
We also offer an undergraduate degree in sales and an undergraduate degree in financial planning. And the sales and financial planning are ranked among the top 25 in the United States. So those students
Fantastic.
are doing fabulous. They
Absolutely.
have multiple job offers before they graduate.
Yes.
And they are so prepared for the professions they've chosen.
And I have a lot of those alum on my mail list, and they keep sending me information about their new ventures. And
Oh,
their,
yes.
they're
very successful.
Entrepreneurs. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
I mean,
very
to know,
proud.
I knew these kids when. And they're men and women, they're not the kids anymore.
No, they're not.
But it's wonderful keeping in touch, and then keeping in touch with their children. That's what really gives a little antiquity to the whole
Yes,
place.
yes. But what I like about a lot of the alum who've graduated from William Paterson University is how they stay in touch with the
Yes,
university.
yes.
And they send their children here.
Yes. Which
They
is
really
great,
do.
Which is great. And on that note, we'll take a break.
Okay.
This has been Father FrLouScurti with Dr. Kathleen Waldron, president of William Paterson University. We're chatting about the university, and if you want to know more information, wpunj.edu. And I'd like to hear from you, FrLouScurti@hotmail.com. Until the next time, God bless you, and pass the word on to your family and friends. Kathleen, thank you very much.
Thank
Kathy.
you, Father Lou.